I've just watched this guy, right? And I've listened to him, and he claims to be this guy who's 27 years under his belt, who's meant to be some sort of media expert, right? And he's a big fan of Star Wars. So I chose to listen to him because he's been talking about Captain Marvel and everything else. And so as you Snyder had done this talk thing with his three films, the director's cut. So of course everybody's reporting and stuff that he said and everything. So of course this guy jumps into the bit where Zack Snyder slams this guy. He says, "Oh, why did you make Batman kill and stuff like that?" And then he goes on and says, "I used to work for DC, and they had told me that you can do whatever you want with the characters, but don't make them bad. Don't 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 make them kill and all that sort of stuff." I went, what? What are you on? Seriously? Like, the only thing Zack Snyder was talking about was in stories, right? There are people that get injured. They may have got killed. He didn't go out of his way and kill them. And as far as I'm well aware of, in BVS, he didn't go right out and kill them. He was firing maybe bullets back at the people on the ground. But anyway, this was a sort of real life situation, and I've been reading comics probably a lot longer than this guy has. And I have seen the change in Batman and in Superman. And oh, by the way, he slags Superman, right? It's meant to be all nice and cheerful, Disney-like, and it's meant to give him hope. So for this guy who's meant to be an intellectual, he didn't actually understand that Superman wasn't even Superman in the movie. He's not even credited as Superman in the movie. This is a guy who's fell to earth, doesn't know who he is. It's a wee bit more real, a wee bit more than just two-dimensional character and not your Boy Scout that everybody loves straight away. Right? What Zack Snyder did is uh, he gave him a wee bit more of a character in that film, and lo and behold, right, it wasn't just Zack Snyder involved in Man of Steel. No, it was Christopher Nolan as well. And what did Christopher Nolan do to Batman? Well, he sort of changed Batman and made him more real. Now I'm thinking, and by the way, if you haven't came across it, it's Comic Artist Pro Secrets. Right, Zack Snyder fires f bombs over a fan of Batman. He didn't do it to the fan in general. He was actually quite nice to the fan. What he was doing was he was sitting in an audience full of people that were interested in seeing his director's cuts of these films. And he was once asked, what was your inspiration, Batman and Superman and everything else? And he says, well, of course, there's some people that didn't like it, and that's all up to him. But when I was asked about Batman and why did you make him kill? Seriously, Christopher Reeve in Superman 2 cracked a pair of knuckles, sent him down the hole in the Fortress of Solitude. He that's killing people, right? I didn't see those guys come up from the Fortress of Solitude. I saw them fall down a big black hole. So and then what else? And then in Tim Burton's Batman Returns and stuff like that, I remember seeing Batman grabbing a grenade and putting it down one of the skeleton's pants and then walking around the corner. Right? And so you can come up with all this stuff about, oh, Batman will find a way of not killing. Yes, sure. You've got an army of guy with thousands of machine guns firing at Batman, and in all that case, he'll save every one of them with his batarangs. No, there's going to be some people he just couldn't save. Yeah, maybe a bullet goes the wrong way, right? Does it deflect? And not only that, but Batman in BVS was somebody that was manipulated by an evil genius, brought down, has lost everything. Psychologically, he's in a dark place, and the film portrays that. In the comics, have we seen Batman fall down and go into a dark place? Yes, we have. We've seen Batman in Nightfall go to that dark place. We've seen and become ignorant and become cheeky and whatnot. We've also seen stuff with what is it, the Court of Owls. There's many stories where Batman becomes more or less like an a-hole and does, and just steps over a line sometimes. Reading one Odyssey, as I mentioned before, and he was questioning the gun and everything else. And you've got to have these stories, these Elseworld stories as well. That's not. The Dark Knight trilogy was an Elseworld story, right? That's not the Batman in the comics. So what? Does that get a free pass because there's no other heroes in that? That's not the heroes you want. But no, this guy's coming across as he wants all sunshine and rainbows, right? He wants all the sort of Disney-fied, let's all be happy, I'm Superman, everybody loves me, I've just came from a planet and I have the power to take over the planet, but you shouldn't fear me. Oh no, it's Superman, he's here to save the day. I feel so safe. Oh yes, he's an alien, he can move this planet if he wanted to, but I trust him because he's got a nice face. This is what that guy is. And he goes on and rants about something that he doesn't seem to know what an artist or comic book writer does. Okay, they reinvent the character, right? And sometimes they take them down to different places and some. So when you say things like in all these stories, Superman has and Man of Steel, he makes a sacrifice about killing Zod. He killed Zod because he had no other option, right? In this guy's version, they would have him say, listen, life's like a box of chocolates. Sometimes you have to live with it. Do you want a wee box of chocolates and we'll make up, Zod? Do you want it? This is this guy's version, okay? Or maybe he wants just all the joking and... I've spoke to kids. Kids have loved it. I've heard adults saying Superman is actually more relatable in these movies. So see what the fuck thing you have over it, Zach's cracked. No, I think you're cracked. I think you're living in a bubble, right? That you want everything all nice and rainbows, right? That's what else? And yeah, you said you work for DC Comics. Seriously, how many DC comics have you read? Have you actually read The Dark Knight Returns, which BVS was paying tribute to? Did you actually read that? Because going by what you said about BVS, it didn't seem that you did. Because in that story, you knew that the Batman and Superman in that book wasn't what you would actually thought they were acting like. Superman wasn't exactly Superman. He was hiding, right? The most trusted person on the planet, right? Couldn't even show his face and save people. Why? Because it's a story. It gives you more character depth. And in Man of Steel, he grows into that character that you love. But you just want everything nice, right? You don't want character development. Sadly, that's not just him. There's probably many other people like that can't seem to imagine that somebody else has a different way of looking at a character, right? That's DC Vigilante out.